It feels amazing because this is my dream since I was a kid. You know, when I was a kid, I talked to myself when I saw the TV. One day, I want to be the first Miss Universe from Indonesia. It was like 5 years old, but then I say to myself, it means, because it means that nobody is gonna be the winner of Miss Universe from Indonesia if I pray like that, right? Because I was saying like the first. But then it turns out until right now, nobody's become the Miss Universe from Indonesia. So I hope what I pray it becomes true, to represent my country, to share everything what we have, the beautiful things in Indonesia, the culture, the people, and especially my cause that I've been working since 2017 to represent me as the next Miss Universe.
So you may make history as the first Miss Universe.
I hope so.
Tell me, what was it about that dream, that idea of being Miss Universe that so inspired you? What did you love so much about it?
Yes, to be honest, since I was a kid, it was thinking about only princess things, right? I'm not lying, I'm not naive, but since I grow up, it becomes more than just a crown. It becomes more than just someone who's famous, but you have a voice. You have a voice that it's really meaningful to everyone, to inspire others, that you have a value that you can work on to inspire them to work together with you. Especially I have my cause that is Senyum Desa, or Smiling Village, which is we are focusing to help those people in remote areas because they are living in different quality with us, right? Especially Indonesia is a developing country. We have inequality almost everywhere, in education, economy, healthcare system, security even. So that is what we are working on. So this is the cause that I bring here to Miss Universe, and I hope that we can work together with Miss Universe organization, which we have already HIV awareness, we have Smile Train, to work together to collapse with mine so it can become more bigger, not only in my country to inspire those people, but also the universe, that we need to help those people who are in need. Because we are not living for ourselves, as what I believe, that living by giving is the best thing for your life. Because that's when you can see the true meaning of giving love and happiness.
How has your voice, your platform, your work, how has it made a difference in Indonesia?
Yes. So it was started in 2017 when I was just a student. Together with my friend, we started to do this charity. But when we think it's not only gonna be like this, because we want more and more. So we need to make it formal, legally. So we made it as organization in Indonesia. And after I won the competition, from only 20 people or 30 people, it becomes 800 people around Indonesia. So we open national recruitment, and every time we visit to the charity, we open the libraries, we give them the seminar, we give them free healthcare checks, also together with the medicine, we teach them how to be independent, empowered as a woman. Because in Indonesia especially, women get the glass ceiling that they cannot work, especially in remote areas. Once you can read or you can write, it means that you are smart enough for you to get married or for you to work, but not for a good, proper job. And that is what I'm really working on together with my friends. And yeah, since then, we've been having like 20 coordinators around Indonesia. We're always trying to improve. We even have our own kindergarten for free for the kids. And it's very happy, to see those people and those faces very happy to see that we care. Sometimes they don't just asking for, I'm asking for your money to help me. No, they just need our love. They need our care, that we want to help them, that we are brother and sister, and we are available for every time.
How hard has it been to change some of those cultural sort of values, I suppose, or social conventions around
Yes.
women, being enough, educated enough to get married. How
Yes.
hard has it been to break through that and
It's
change?
so hard. It's really tough. But, we are living, sharing by example. That's why I said to them. So that's why I always give them a motivation, sharing moment. They got inspired. That woman can become someone. I talked to them that we have our first woman president in our country, where we are still developing country, but we have women as a president compared to around country in the world, right? So I talked to them that we can do things as long as we believe. I gave them the example because I was born not in, in a royal family that is rich, but I grew up making hard times to make my own career since 14 years old until I can standing here. Because I was like, before I cannot get everything that I want to, now I can, and I just don't want to live it by myself. I want to share it to them. So in the fact that, yes, it happens. Girls like really working hard to go to college, from what I really teach them, it's like so meaningful, that they got inspired from it. So I hope this one share becomes another share and another. So I hope it's going to be very working on together with Miss Universe organization.
Well, I really admire the work that you're doing. It's absolutely wonderful, and it sounds like
Thank
a lot
you.
of hard work.
Yeah.
But Miss Universe and what you do is also a lot of fun.
Yes.
Tell me about some of the fun moments that you really love about this job.
The fun moment, I met amazing people more and more every day. I learned things that I never know. I even learned how to do my own hair. How to do my makeup that is more correctly and perfectly. My nails too. Like, come on, right? So I become more independent right now. I become more cheerful. Like, I always talk to people. How about my life? So it's inspiring them also. So the fun thing is, everyone in Indonesia before was bullied me because they thought that I cannot speak, they thought that I cannot good in English. I was not good in English before. But I showed it to them that I want to learn every day, the whole my reign until right now, so I can represent my country in a good way.
Would you say that being involved in Miss Universe and being Miss Indonesia has given you sort of much more confidence, and the confidence to think that anything is possible?
Great, yes, that's true. Because people before don't trust me that I cannot speak in English. Now, here I am. So nothing is impossible. That is also my hashtag that I always share since 2017. My first pageant in Indonesia for Go to Miss Universe when I was 19 years old. So this is my second. So from that, my hashtag is nothing worth having comes easy. I always post it every time I post a photos. So it's to share to everyone that what you see in Instagram is something that is only beautiful things. You don't see how they work hard for that. You don't see how they are trying to get that point. So you just have to work on to get that point for yourself, for your future.
Well, your English is beautiful, and I learned
Thank
Indonesian
you.
when I was in high school, and your English is much better than my Indonesian.
Thank
Selamat,
you.
and that's about it.
Thank you.
Tell me about, like now, here and now, where this is Miss Universe. This week, you are competing for that. How does that feel?
It feels like a dream come true, for real. Because this is every woman's dreams in the world, to represent their country, to meet all the beautiful ladies, to share their cause, because they are not only a woman that is beautiful and pretty, tall, but they have the confidence, they have the cause to fight for and to work together with the world.
When I was a young girl, I used to watch Miss Universe on the television, and I thought, it's so far, it's so big, I can never get there. But to actually be here right now, knowing that in just a couple of days I'll be on that stage, whew, I'm just so incredibly happy, and to be representing for my home country, Thailand. I'm in awe, I'm in shock, and it's the best feeling in the world. I'm so blessed to be here. And I cannot wait to be on that stage and really perform and make my country proud.
Well, first of all, congratulations. How does it feel to be here?
Thank you. It feels amazing. I cannot believe that I'm here. You know, with the COVID situation, I'm so glad that we're all here and that there's so many girls that are able to be a part of this competition. And what it makes me realize is that the world isn't that big. When you see all the girls in the auditorium together from different countries and everyone is so nice and so lovely, they're so warm. And I can't wait to get to know everyone, and also it's so unique to see that everyone was born into such different cultures, different languages, but we're all here together to tell our stories.
And tell me about your journey, your road to getting here, you know. Just I know you obviously was Thailand, but the physical journey to get here, did you just hop on a plane and get here and it was that easy or no?
Oh my goodness. Well, Thailand is very far away. That's one thing. And I really had to, it wasn't a struggle to get the visa, but it was a long process. And when I got the visa, I was very excited. But the journey here, the physical journey, if you can believe it, it was more than 30 hours, all the way from Thailand, yes. So I had to make a stop at Istanbul. And the layover was 8 hours there. Oh my goodness. But it was so amazing. I'm so blessed that some of my teams were able to come with me as well, my national directors. So they were there to keep me company, making sure that I'm okay, and, you know, giving all the support.
And in a world of COVID where you can't have family and friends, you know, come with you potentially,
Yes.
How important is that support here on the ground? How important is it to know that, you know, people at home are behind you?
Oh my, it's absolutely everything. Knowing that you've got that support, it is the motivation that keeps me going every day. Every time I see a message online and they're saying that they're supporting Thailand, and you know, it's so nice to see the nation coming together to support their candidate, to support their representative, and it's just how a country thrives. Because we cannot thrive alone, we have to move forward together. Yeah.
So I believe, though, that there are some super fans that did make it here. Can you tell me about those super fans that are just out there?
Oh, they are so amazing. Every time I come down, they would be screaming, Thailand, Thailand, Thailand. We came down here at 7:30 in the morning and they're already there. I think they're camping out there. But they've been so supportive, and I actually know quite a few of them. Some of them are big YouTubers in Thailand and flew all the way here just for the competition. But you know, pageantry is so big in my home country, and it's almost like a national sport. So the whole country gets behind it. They're very supportive, you know, and they're just right behind you. And I just want to say thank you to them for being here. I know that not a lot of people were able to be here, but I want to say thank you, because every time I walk down and I hear Thailand, it makes me smile. It puts a smile on my face, and it makes me want to make my day better. I want to go better, and I want to go in with 100% to do whatever it takes.
Wonderful. One last question, a couple of last questions. How has it been on the ground? How has, you know, the week sort of been unfolding? What is your day-to-day like? Give your fans at home and give our viewers a sense of what it's like.
What is it like here? It is incredible. It's an incredible journey to have been able to meet all of the girls, because you know, when you know of each other online and you've been messaging, you're on WhatsApp, there's a WhatsApp group, you've been talking, but then to actually come here and meet them in reality, it's just a whole different feeling. And it's just so nice to get to know them better and to know their stories, because each of them are so inspiring and they're so empowering, and they have different stories that make them the woman that they are today. And I think it's just unique to get to know them.
Tell me about your journey to being here. Tell me about the path to being Miss India.
Well, when I got crowned last year in February, I mean, no one saw it coming, but we, immediately stepped into a lockdown. and everything that I planned for the entire year came crashing. I'm sure I'm not alone. But one thing that I've really learned during my entire journey is that it's brought a lot of humility into the entire process. And it showed me what this platform really is and what kind of work you can do, because I'm a 22-year-old and there was a lot of things that I planned but I never knew how to do it. And to just see how I could surpass all the limitations and really reach out to people and get the work done, it was very inspiring for me. And I think it's very important right now at this point in time with whatever is going on with the pandemic, that we have more work that is done by women showcased, in the society, and pageants is a great way to do that. And that's something that I learned. I learned that, during the pandemic there was no glamour or something. It was just, it was down to your connection with people. Either it was digitally or you're calling somebody, and that's something I think it's unique to my reign. I feel nobody else in the future should go through it, but I feel that's very unique that I've experienced as Miss India.
But that sounds like it's something that really sort of surprised you. You were thrown into this sort of unique situation.
Yes.
And is that something that you feel that is true to you, that you adapt and change and are able to make something good out of a bad situation?
Absolutely. I feel like it was very challenging. It really tested me to a point that even I got COVID during the entire process, very close to the pageant. And I felt at that moment I was in a mess because it was very close to the pageant. There were a lot of things to do, but I feel like I built that resilience and even that positive outlook to the entire journey that it's had. It's just made me a much more stronger person and with a bigger picture in my mind. Now I don't look at small goals, I look at the entire picture. And you need to, at this point, start looking at a society frame of mind. I feel even globally when we are speaking, we usually talk, okay, it's my country, my area, my district. But with Corona coming into the picture, I feel now we need to talk about global unity. That's where it's pushing, and that's the direction of every dialogue that I can see. So I feel that's something that I learned during my process, and that's something I would want to translate into my work.
I think it's interesting with the pandemic because in many ways it was a great leveler.
Yes.
We're all now facing the same
Absolutely,
challenge.
absolutely.
And how do we come together? So do you feel like this has brought us closer together in some ways, in a global sense?
I think it has brought us together, but also shown us the kind of differences that exist in our society. It has addressed the elephant in the room, and more than a challenge right now, it's an opportunity for mankind to really look at our differences and to make sure that we have a more equal ground, because it helps everybody at the end of it. We have more women leaders and people from other genders getting into decision making. I've seen this year that there are countries led by women that have done so much better during this situation, and I feel that this encourages more women to step into leadership, and which is very exciting, especially when we are here. And I'm so grateful to have this opportunity because I've seen these women throughout the year, because I was crowned really early. I've seen their journey. I've seen the kind of inspiring work that they have done. I've really, it's given me a lot of strength to do the same in my country, using my reign. So I feel like regardless of what happens here, I feel like a winner, because I've learned so much in this entire year that I've not learned in 20 years of my life. And I would want to, use that in my life. So I feel really blessed to be here.
What are some of the things that you're most focused on, in the work that you're doing with the brand and the voice that you now, the platform that you now have? What are you focused on
in India? I feel this is an issue in India, but it resonates everywhere in the world, that we have a huge gender inequality here. And this stems out with a very personal story of my grandmother. I lost my grandmother when she was 22. She gave birth to my mother, and she didn't have the proper medical resources to survive. And being an ambitious girl myself, I could never digest that, because I feel like everybody has the right to have a dream and to have a life, and that was taken away from her. And today I'm 22, and I'm standing at the Miss Universe platform. So life has definitely changed for our generation, but it's come with a lot of sacrifices. And I feel so many women in India right now, they are undergoing that. they also don't have the kind of opportunities. And I feel that for the human population, for our human species to change, we need that kind of equality at all levels of our society, for women to take decisions and for women to come forward. And that's going to be very exciting for our generation. I feel the youth, there's a lot of challenges that our youth is facing right now, but I feel more than challenges, these are opportunities that can really help us take that leap into a progressive society, yes.
It's obviously very challenging at home at the moment in
Yes.
India. And do you, with those challenges, are you drawing strength out of that to represent your country and fly the flag, or do you feel like, are you pulled home to, you know, to sort of help with the challenges, because it is difficult at the moment?
I've seen a lot before coming here. Even when I talk about it, I get goosebumps, you know, because I've seen mass cremations, I've seen people lying out of the hospitals, and it's a very difficult situation to be in and to just witness people suffer. But the source of strength that I have it comes to me from the people, because I've also witnessed the young people getting together and using social media like Instagram, Facebook to really reach out to each other and to help help each other with oxygen cylinders, with plasma, with so many other things. And looking at that resilient spirit that India has within itself amidst all this mess, I feel very empowered, and I feel very strong standing here. And in fact, it's our message to the world. I feel whatever is happening to India, it shouldn't be seen as only India, because this could happen everywhere and anywhere rather. So if we can use this as like a learning example and how we can fight back this virus together, because it's not gone yet. Even if we feel like it's over and it's done, it's here, and unless we work together as a team, as a global family, it's never going to go.
I mean, really, in some respects, being here and competing in this universe and potentially winning has a lot more in it for you, riding on it for you, than just winning the crown. I mean,
Yes.
it's so much more.
Yes, it's a revolution, and for me, it means much more because of the situation and the kind of crisis that India is. And Miss Universe as a brand is so impactful that if this happens, a lot of help can go to India, and also there's a lot of messaging that could go globally. And I'm very excited for it. Whether, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to always, even I use this platform right now when I'm there here, because I have so many friends as delegates from I basically have the world in one place now. So it's very nice to get the messaging out there, to share and ask for help at this moment. It's very inspiring for me.
So,
Really
how
exciting.
can you win it? What have you got to do to win it?
I'm just going to, I feel this is a great platform to speak from your heart about what you've gone through. And I have gone through a lot this year. And for me to just tell nothing but the truth from the bottom of my heart is enough for me. And I feel that and another victory for me is bringing the stories of the women in my country to this platform and to all the women that are here, so that they know that these women exist in India. It is something else that I take pride in, and I feel that even on the stage, that is something I'm going to embody.
So now you're here, and we're only days away from this year.
Yes, I cannot believe. I feel like we just came here and it's ending. We need a part 2.
Is it everything that you expected, or is it somewhat different, or is it completely different? I mean, how does it feel to be here in this moment?
I'm completely surprised, actually. I did not expect it to go so smoothly because of all the situation. I think we're taking for granted that we had such a difficult year, and for the Miss Universe organization to conduct something so smoothly with not face any glitches, nothing. I think I'm really grateful for them to give this opportunity to us and to conduct this in the most safest way possible. So, and I know that there's a lot more to come. And it's just going to be very, very emotional to see that, the entire world in one place, especially this year, because we've gone through a lot in this year. We've not even seen our neighbors. And to see the entire world on one stage, it's going to leave an impact for years to come, for sure.
What would you say to all of your fans in India and around the world as you go into the final days of the competition? What sort of message would you send them right now?
First of all, I would be grateful to them for supporting me, especially during this time. You know, it's very emotional because when they're going through this crisis, they still made sure I got here. They still made sure I was fine, I got here, and they're sending love. I have so many people, young people that have gotten the virus, and they're still sending me messages like, do it, you can do it, you're doing so great. And I feel it's when people support you during their difficult times, you can see the love really shining, and that's the kind of blessing that I've got this time. I want to thank them for that, and I want to say that even if I'm here, my heart solely lies in India, amongst the people and whatever is going. I am sure we're gonna go through this and we're gonna get over this phase. But I really insist people to really take care of themselves and their families, to stay safe, and hopefully we meet on the other side of this phase. Yes.
So how are you feeling? Are you feeling nervous, excited? Wait.
To be very honest, I'm feeling all of those feelings in different parts of it. But mostly I'm feeling very grateful to have this opportunity, especially during this time. It's just very flooring for me.
In some countries, sport is like the national pastime.
That's
But in
true.
the Philippines, some might say that pageantry is the pastime.
That's true. You know what? In the Philippines, we have pageants all over the places. Yes, we have pageants in the barangay, in school, national, local. That's why we really love Miss Universe. It's like it's giving pride and putting the Philippines back on the pedestal. That's why there's an added pressure as a candidate coming from a pageant-loving country. But it's a good pressure. I always look up to our former Miss Universe Philippines. They really did well in the competition. And now this is my time to show who I am, to offer what Rabia can show to the rest of the universe. So I'm very happy, and at the same time, I'm excited to make all my kababayans proud. And hopefully I do.
Why do you think it is that the Philippines love pageants?
They have appreciation for beauty. We do love pageant because we used to think that we wanted to be included in the world, I have to be honest, in the Philippines, my skin color used to be not the standard of beauty. I was obsessed whitening my skin because these are the kinds of beauty queen we see on the mainstream. But things were different now. That's why I'm very proud to be a morena. In the Philippines, we call it morena. It's brown skin girl. And to be able to represent, my color, my identity as a true Filipina.
Tell me about your journey to being crowned Miss Philippines. In a world that, in a country I should say, that loves pageants. That must have been a very intense process. Tell me about, your journey to being Miss Philippines.
Well, my journey was crazy. You know what? I started to be a dark horse. Nobody noticed me. Nobody knows I was in the competition up until the preliminary and the coronation night. And when I won, I received different comments. Of course, there were people who didn't expect me to do well, who think that I cheated. That's why I need to redeem myself in Miss Universe. I really need to do well in this competition. And the thing is, I love pressure. I love criticism. I get better every day with that. You tell me I cannot do that, I turn to you and I'm going to say that, no, I can do it for myself.
Good for you. So how does it feel then to be on the global stage? How do you feel to be here in this moment, right now?
It's crazy, but I'm overwhelmed with the support, not just from the Filipino community, but also from Thailand, Latin countries who do appreciate me as a candidate, as a person. It motivates me that I am beautiful, I can offer so much in this world, and when somebody believes in you, it gives you that extra energy to really do well and perform well.
Do you have a sense with the girls, all of the girls competing, you're competing, but is there a sense of camaraderie with all of the girls? Is there a real spirit to, sort of motivate each other to do better?
You know what? I have a different idea about Miss Universe. I thought it's going to be very competitive, in a healthy way, well, of course. But now I can see every girl helping each other, from fixing those hairs, from trying to zip up those outfits. It speaks of the closeness and the kind of camaraderie that we want to have. The goal of Miss Universe is not just to crown one girl, but also to build a genuine and long-lasting friendships among us.
Would you say within the Miss Universe world, the contestants, is there a sisterhood? Are you sisters?
There is sisterhood. I can say I was able to talk to different representatives from different backgrounds, different cultures. And despite our differences, there's so much to be highlighted in what binds us together. And that is because we want to empower women. We want to have our advocacies. We want to speak for the things that we love. And that's a celebration of women and the beauty that we have.
So coming out of this week, obviously you would love to be crowned Miss Universe.
Of course.
And that would be wonderful, of course, for any of you. But what else will you take out of this week? What do you think you'll feel at the end of this week, regardless of the result? How will you be a different person?
It's the growth and the development that I was able to have during preparing for this training. I will be honest, there was a moment that I lost my identity because I was put under pressure. I was in that position in which I feel like I'm not good enough. I'm not a good representative of my country, but I was able to bounce back stronger. And if I was able to do that for Miss Universe, I will be able to do that in life. That is my greatest takeaway from Miss Universe.
Okay, so the Philippines have a huge amount of fans.
Yes.
I want you to give us a little bit of a message to the fans here and at home. But send a message. What would you say to all the fans in the Philippines?
To all my fans from the Philippines and from all over the world, maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for loving me and for believing in me. It means a lot to somebody who is so naive in this industry, who has no idea how to become a beauty queen on the first day of my journey. But because of your love and support, I was able to be the woman that I am today. And regardless of the result, I may or I may not win the crown, but one thing is for sure, I'm gonna make you all proud.